Emily Weber here. Thank you so much for joining me for this full-length Pilates mat class. We're going to be working on rotational movements today. So we're going to go ahead and start on our backs. Start with your knees bent, feet no wider than sit bones distance apart. Sit up nice and tall, 2 fingers lightly behind your knees, tuck your tail, articulate down to the mat. Let's walk our feet in just a little bit, just to where it's comfortable to find a nice neutral spine position. Hands down by your side. Make sure that you find a nice flat sacrum. Find that connection between your ribs and your hip bones. Draw the ribs together. Sink that 12 from into the mat. Nice wide open shoulders. Go ahead and rock your head gently from side to side. Sink your abdominals to your spine. Down, down, down. Find an activation. Inhale. Exhale. Walk a right leg to tabletop and the left leg to tabletop. Make sure your knees are tracking directly over your hip bones. We're going to start with dead bug, which is going to reinforce the neutral spine position, which is going to help us on the rotational movements, believe it or not. So we're going to start with our hands and blades on our thighs, right below the kneecaps. Make sure that you're not going like this with your arms. Give yourself a nice bend in your elbow, squeezing under the arms, and press your thighs into your hands and your hands into the thighs at the same time. Without tucking, we're holding it here. Keep going. And release. Now, inhale, exhale, and press your thighs into your hands into your thighs. Still drop the belly button to the spine. Keep a nice wide open shoulders. Keep the shoulders flat on the mat. And really feel that connection between the hips and the bottom of the ribs. Release. Inhale, exhale, and press. I don't know about anyone else, but in my body, I can feel it more strongly in my left side because my left obliques are not as strong as my right obliques. We have 2 more. Drop your legs to tabletop again because I like to lift mine when I press in a dead bug. Just make sure you're not doing that as well. And 1 more. Now press. Now stay here, don't release, but we're going to go ahead and add on. I'm going to inhale, exhale, keeping the connection in my body, but I'm going to curl up, lifting my head, neck, and shoulders. But I still feel the same connection with my lower abdominals. I'm not tucking. And release down. Don't release the squeeze. And curl up. Uncurl. Here's 3. It should feel hard. It shouldn't look like a lot of work, though. Here's 4. And on 5, we're going to stay up. Now, leave the squeeze in the right hand and the right leg, but release the left arm down to working level. Extend your leg and pull. Don't lose that connection in your back. You shouldn't feel any lifting. Extend and pull. Extend and pull. Halfway there. Here's 5. Keep squeezing that the right thigh and the right hand. 1 more. Now switch, place your left hand against your left thigh and press them into each other. Extend your right hand down to a working level position, like a 100's position. Extend and pull 1. Curl up deeper and press your hand and thigh together even stronger. Here's 3. 4. After this one, we'll take a little break, right? 5. Press harder. No tucking. 6. 7. And 8. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Rest one leg, rest the other leg. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hips distance, and without lifting your hips, gently windshield wipe your legs from side to side. It is a lot of thigh work. Try to put a lot in the abs as well. Right here in the lats, down on the underarms, underneath the arm, to really pull those shoulder blades flat and wide. Okay, let's do some cross body work here. When we do cross body and dead bug, our shoulders are only going to square off so that our knee will be in the middle. So right at our neck, right? Right at our sternum, right at our neck, up through our nose. So 1 leg to tabletop, other leg to tabletop. Put that left hand down at a 100's working level position. Bring the right hand to the left leg. That's our first position. Now, bring the left hand to the right leg and the other right hand down to the working level 100's position. That's our second position. But to begin, we're going to begin with both hands. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Make sure you really have that strong position. Now just rotate your shoulders slightly, just ever so slightly, so your sternum's tracking over your left knee, and press that right hand into the left thigh. And uncurl. And now press up and squeeze. And uncurl. Make sure your shoulder's not leading the way. So you want to keep them square. Don't allow the right shoulder to come up higher. You don't want the shoulder to round in. We're going to do 2 more. Curl up and press hand into thigh, thigh into hand. Keep the press going. Now curl up and stay there and extend the right leg and pull. 8. Extend and pull 7. Make sure that you're not rocking your tail, and make sure that you're not rocking your opposite hip off the mat. So make sure your right hip's not rocking up. 2 more. 1 more. And uncurl. Now, both hands in the start position. Again, curl up, press your hands into your thighs into your hands. Now release your right hand and press your left hand into your thigh, your right thigh into your left hand. Uncurl. When you curl up again, make sure your nose is tracking over your right knee. And release. Here's 2. And release. And here's 3. And 4. And on 5, we'll stay up and extend the left leg and pull. Inhale to extend and exhale to pull. Make sure that your back hip is not rocking up and off when you extend your leg. Mind it the first time to pull it back down. 5, we'll windshield wiper after this again, right guys? 6, 7, curl up deeper, press your hand in your thigh even harder, and 8, uncurl, release your hands, rest your feet down gently with control, separate your feet without rocking a hip off, windshield wiper your legs from side to side, release the thighs. Take a couple nice, deep, easy breaths here. We have 1 more dead bug exercise, and then we're going to be moving on with the rest of the class. We're going to be doing scissors, single leg circles, 100s, double leg lower lift. Let's get all the less fun exercises out of the way at the beginning. So, walk your feet back in towards each other. Right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Hands on your thighs below the knees. Press the shoulder blades down and away. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Press your thighs in your hand under the thighs. Now you're going to extend your legs to working level. Leave your hands where they are. And when you pull back, press your thighs in your hands into your thighs. And extend and pull and press. And extend and pull and press. Make sure that you're not losing your neutral spine. Keep a nice curl up. Keep that same connection in the abdominal that you had in dead bug the whole time, even when your legs are extended. 2 more. 1 more. Now, reach your arms down by your side. Lift your legs to the ceiling. Don't uncurl unless you're having neck pain. We're going to do scissors. Keep that tail nice and heavy, just like we were. Now, hands up. You can rotate your nose over the knee again, but don't twist yourself to the side and lift your 12th rib and hip off the mat, right? So, right leg first, and pull, pull. And left leg, pull, pull. Hold on anywhere you like, but don't rock your body up to reach your leg. Bring your leg to you. So, none of this. And your body, you shouldn't move your head like a chicken when pulling your leg. So none of this on the pulls, right? Legs up to the ceiling. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Extend your left leg down to the mat. Right leg should be up in the air. Platform your hands down by your side. Activate energy on that left leg that's on the mat. Really press down that leg so that you have a nice neutral spine. And you're not going to tap when you lift your leg in a single leg circle. 6 leg circles one way, 6 leg circles the other way. I'll keep it one way, but if you're doing the other way first, I'm not worried about it. Inhale, leg goes down, and exhale to the side and up. Really activate the obliques on the left side to help keep that left side still and down and help reduce the rocking in your body. It should feel kind of like dead bug. You've already activated a lot of it. So it's just, reminding it to go ahead and do a little bit for you, right? 1 more. Stop at the top and reverse. Inhale away and exhale up. Really activate that side. Inhale. Exhale left. Inhale. If you're watching the screen right now and you've already watched a few, go ahead and look up to the ceiling to release the neck. Here's 5 and 6. Leave that leg up. Now scissor switch at the top. Press energy out of that right leg, really pressing it down to activate the right side obliques. Really pull down into that neutral spine. Inhale the leg down. Exhale to the side and up. Try not to swing it and use momentum to lift it, right? Here's 3, 4. There's always one side that's harder than the other side. For me, that's really my left side. It's really much harder. We're going to reverse it. Inhale away and exhale up through the center. In general, though, as well, the second side exercises are always harder than the first side. 4 and 5. Try to keep your body as still as possible. That's a challenge to this exercise, right? Bend both knees into your chest and give them a hug. We're moving into hundreds, then onto the double leg stretch, or the double leg lower lift, and then we're going to do some back extension exercises. Legs to tabletop, fingers reaching out to the ceiling, out of your sternum 12th rib. Inhale, exhale to curl up, really tweeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades to keep the shoulders nice and wide. Extend the legs to working level or your hundreds position, and we're going to begin pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've seen a lot of wimpy pumping lately. I want to really see you going after it without rocking your body. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's find a nice flat sacrum, just like we did for bird dog. Curl it up. Find that nice rib to hip connection, just like in bird dog. Last 2 sets, lower your legs an inch. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders, but raise your legs up to the ceiling and bring them parallel if they're not already there. Take your hands, interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Thumbs long down the sides of your neck. Bring your elbows into your periphery. Inhale. Exhale to curl up, 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 up. Find that rib to hip connection. Untuck if you are. Flex your feet in the lower. 2, 3. Point your feet in the lift. And flex and lower. 2, 3. Point your feet in a lift. And down. 2, 3. Point your feet and lift. Down. 2, 3. Point your feet and lift. Leave the feet pointed and lower. 2, 3. Now flex to lift and point. 2, 3. And flex to lift. 2 more. Curl up deeper. Drop that belly button to the spine. 2, 3. And flex to lift. Bend your knees to tabletop. Rest them on the floor. Bring your arms out from behind your head. Roll over onto your stomach. We're going to do swan, swan dive, and then we're going to do some bird dog exercises. So, bring your hands down so your forearms and hands are flat, and your elbows and your biceps are really squeezing into your ribs. Forehead on the mat. Draw the belly up to the spine, wrap the ribs, squeeze the inner thighs, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, and as you inhale, begin to lift your head, neck, and shoulders, driving your shoulders down your back and coming up into a nice swan position. You should be looking at the, well, depending on how flexible you are, you're most likely looking down at a portion of the mat when you curl up into swan, because you want to keep a continuous arch in your spine, or continuous curve. I like to put a little bit more weight in my pinky blade edge, because it helps to drive my shoulders down my back. One more. Now from here, we're going to add on a modified swan dive. So really squeeze your inner thighs, really activate energy out of your toes, and as you lower, your legs will float up. And as you press up, your legs will lower. This is a slight movement It shouldn't be really aggressive. You shouldn't have to bend your knees to get here. Here's 4. We're going to do just a few more. And 5. And lower. And let's do one more. 6. And lower. Lower your legs down. Go ahead and rock out your legs and press up into a quadruped position. Much good forward on my mat. In the quadruped position, you want your wrists directly under your shoulders and your hips directly over your knees. Rotate the inner aspects of your elbows slightly to the end of your mat where your head is facing to encourage your shoulders going down your back. Walk your knees in a little closer for this bird dog work. All right, we're going to start with our left arm and our right leg first. Draw the belly button up to the spine. Make sure you're not swaying out in your low back, right? We're going to float our left arm up and bring it back down. And bring it up and down. Inhale and exhale. If you're able to, bring your bicep up by your ear. If you have shoulder issues that stop you from doing that, go where you're comfortable. Lower your hand down. Now, extend the right leg and lift without swaying your hip. And bring it back down with the bent knee. And extend. And lower. Here's 3. 4. And 5. Keep those hips nice and square. Go ahead and take a look down and make sure that you're doing that. Now, extend your fingertips and extend your toes. Now lift your arm and leg and lower. Keep lots of weight in your shin on your left leg. 3. Don't lose that flat back. And here's 5. Stay up at the top. Now extend the arm and the leg away from the body and pull them back in. Extend away and pull them back in. You shouldn't feel your tail wagging for this. It's all in the outer glutes. Now, we're going to do 5 arm and leg circles in each direction. I like to go away from the body. 3, 4, 5, and then I like to go the opposite away from the body. So my arm and my leg each go away from the body, and I find it helps with balance. Lower your arm, lower your leg. Let's go ahead and do 3 cat-cows. Sorry guys, I'm losing my breath here. Go ahead and pull up, up, up. Looking into your thighs. Into an angry cat. Lower down, down, down. Coming into a back extension, but not pressing your hips behind your knees for the cow. Keep the belly in the whole time. And then go down, down, down. Let's do one more. Come back to neutral. Now, we're going to be working with the right arm, left leg. So the first thing we're going to do is rotate the inner aspects of our arm towards the end of the mat. And then we're going to float our right arm up, hopefully by our ear, if not, as far as we can go. And lower. And then lift. Don't bring your arm up so high that it causes discomfort or it forces you to rotate your body. Now lower that hand. Now extend the left leg and lift that leg up. Go ahead and take a look down at your hips and make sure they're square. And lower. And float it up in a parallel or squared off position. 3, 4, and 5. Now extend your right fingertips and your left toes and lift and lower the fingers and toes. And lift. Lower. Here's 3. Don't sway. 4. Go ahead and take a look at your hips if you have to. And 5. Stay up. Now arm and leg away and pull back into the center. And away and original position. Here's 3. Don't lean back. Find that shoulder over the hip. Or that shoulder over the wrist and the hip over the knee. And now 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Belly button to spine and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower the hand, lower the leg, and we're going to go ahead and go into swimming, followed by a spine stretch, open leg rocker, and saw. Sorry, my hair is falling out. Find lying right down. So Extend your arms over your head, reach your legs behind you, just like in swan, belly button to spine, wrap the ribs, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Just like in swan dive, can you activate energy out of your legs to make your legs slide on the mat? And lower. And lift by shooting energy out of your toes. And lower, and one more. And lower. Now with arms over the head, can you float your head, neck, and shoulders and arms up and lower? If you're able to, leave your biceps by your ears. Your nose won't float up but an inch or two. One more. Now, lift everything. Now inhale as you begin swimming. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Energy out of your toes. Energy out of your fingers. A nice two-way stretch. Final set. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it. And lower. Press yourself back to sitting on your heels. Before we go on, let's go ahead and stretch out our wrists real fast. I'm going to extend my right arm in front of me. I'm going to say stop. My fingertips are up. I'm going to pull them back towards my nose. From there, I'm going to reach my fingertips long and pull my fingertips down towards the mat. From there, I'm going to flip my hand up like I'm going to accept a cookie, but I'm going to pull my fingers back towards my knee. When I do this, I just caught myself. Pull that shoulder down. Good. Let's go to the other side. My left hand will go forward. I'll say stop. I'll pull the fingertips back to my shoulder. Drop that shoulder. Reach your hand out flat, palm to the floor. Pull the fingertips down. Now reach up, palm up to accept your cookie. Drop the shoulder, pull the fingers down. Now take both hands, circle the wrist 3 times in one direction. And let's go ahead and circle the wrist 3 times in another direction. Good. Let's move on to spine stretch, open leg rocker, and saw. So we're going to extend the legs long, really shoot energy out of the heels. Sit up tall, 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 tall. Don't sink in the low back, right? Sit up, draw the ribs together, belly button up to spine. Still find that connection between the bottom of the ribs and the tops of the hips. Reach your arms up, palms facing each other. Pull those shoulders back, squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Inhale, begin to articulate down and reach over the legs. Bring your biceps by your ears if you're able to, otherwise leave them a little lower to the outsides of the legs so you don't round in on the shoulders. And exhale to stack your spine and sit back up tall. Pulling the shoulders up, back and down, leaving the shoulders stacked over the hips. Inhale, come forward. Now, leaving your body as one unit, rotate to look over your right leg. Now come back to center and exhale to articulate back up. When I say leaving your body as one unit, your arms shouldn't swing wildly to the side. It should be as if your arms are in a fixed position and you're just rotating your body to the side. So, inhale, articulate over the legs again. Now rotate to the left side, looking over the left leg. Come back to center and exhale to sit up tall. Let's do that one more time on each side. Inhale and rotate. And back to center. And exhale up. Last one, best one. Inhale, round over the barrel. Rotate to the left side. Come back through center. And exhale back up. Now, I'm going to scooch my booty forward towards my heels. I'm going to pinpoint or touch my toes together in the center of the body. My big toes will touch. My feet are pointed. I'm going to sit up tall. If I do not have the flexibility to extend my legs long, I do have the option of holding on gently with 2 fingers behind my knee. You should not have to hold on for dear life here. But if you are holding on to your ankles, when you extend, pull down with your shoulders. So you can really find the activation under the arms so you can really hold the position more strongly. So Rock back to your tail and extend here. And still pull down with your shoulders here. You won't find the same connection that you will holding on to your ankles. Extend them up to the ceiling, pull down. Try to keep your shoulders no wider, or try to keep your feet no wider than your shoulders. Inhale, roll back. Tips of your shoulder blades, and exhale up. That's one. Here's two. Oh, not today. Wait, here's two. Guys, if you're finding your neck when you do this, you've gone too far. And only go to the back tips of your shoulder blades. Oh gosh, today's not my day for open leg rocker, guys. Really pull down on this ankle, pull down between the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. Keep those toes nice and pointed. Here's 8. And 9. One more. Hold it up at the top. Can you release your legs, flex your feet, and float them down to the mat? I'll scooch back. I'm going to do the uprights on my elevated mat. Again, guys, feet are hip distance or a little bit wider. I'm going to open my arms to a T, bring them slightly to my periphery. Feel my fingertips being pulled apart as I pull my shoulder blades down. Now from there, I'm going to rotate to the right. Flip my back palm up, dive down, rounding over the barrel to solve my baby toe. I'm going to articulate back up, still in rotation, and as I come to center, my palm will flip down again. I'm going to rotate to the left, flip my back palm up, round over the barrel, saw off my baby toe. Articulate back up, and as I come back to center, my palm will flip. Rotate palm up, and dive down, and up, and back through center. Guys, you shouldn't rotate back through center until you come all the way up in the rotation. So find that rotation, dive down, sit up, and rotate. Bring all the air out of your lungs, and sit up. Come back through center, release your hands, release your legs, and give them a shake together. I'm going to come up to sitting with my knees bent, tuck my tail, 2 fingers behind the knees, and roll down, 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 down. I'm going to walk my heels into my glutes. I'd love to squeeze my legs together for this bridging. Make sure you're not arching in your back when you do so. Platform your arms down by your side. We're going to do only articulation bridges today. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine, tuck the tail, articulate up, 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 up. Keep that connection from the rib to the hip, just like you had earlier, and articulate down, 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 down. Let's go ahead and add on. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine as you begin to peel your spine vertebra by vertebra. Right leg to tabletop, lift it up, and point to lower, and point to lift 1. Point to lower, point to lift 2. Here's 3, we're going to 5, 4, and 5. Bend the knee, place the foot back down, articulate down. You should feel a heavy squeeze in the glute on the leg that you were still standing on while the other leg is moving. So my left leg had a heavy squeeze on the glute. Inhale, exhale, and put the spine, take the tail, roll up, 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 up. Left leg to tabletop, lift it to the ceiling, really squeeze that right glute. Oh, sorry, point to lower, and lift. 1, 2, 3, squeeze that glute. 4, and 5. Bend the knee to tabletop, place the foot down, articulate down. One more exercise on each leg. We're gonna do TikToks. Inhale, exhale, tuck the tail, articulate up, up, up. Squeeze that left glute, right leg to tabletop, lift it up. Now bring the leg across to the left shoulder and across to the right shoulder. Now left shoulder, right shoulder, left shoulder, right shoulder. Really stand through that left leg and don't allow the knee to go from side to side. And 5. Bend the knee, place it down, articulate down. One more. Really drive those knees over the toes. Bend the left leg to tabletop, lift it up. Now come to the right shoulder, left shoulder. Squeeze that right glute. 3, 4, and 5. Come back to center, tabletop the leg, bring it down, articulate down, 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 down. Lift the legs up, walk your fingers up your legs, give them a little pull. Try to really anchor that tailbone as much as you can. To really find a hamstring stretch. Now, release everything down, bend your knees, come up to your forearms or your, come up to your forearms with your shoulders over your elbows. If this is not accessible for you, you can lay down 100%. Try to tuck the tail so you can really find that sacrum on the mat if you're able to. But lift it, don't sink down, right? Let's bring our right leg tabletop, left leg tabletop. Don't allow your body to sink, right? Now, we're gonna do can-can. So we're gonna rock to the right side and bring that left hip off, but don't let your left forearm become light and pull it back down with your left obliques. Now rock to the right, lift that right hip, but don't let that right forearm become light and pull it back with your right obliques. Now to the left and pull. Lift up out of the shoulders, right, and pull. Now to the left, extend both legs and pull, then come back to center. Now to the left and extend and pull and back to center. Right, extend and pull, back to center on the left, extend and pull, and back to center. Now to the right and extend, bend only the top leg and extend, bend only the bottom leg and extend, bend both legs, come back to center. Go to the left, extend both legs, bend the top leg, extend, bend the bottom leg, extend, bend both legs, come back to center. Lift up out of your side, closest to out of your shoulders. One more time, to the right and extend, and top leg, and bottom leg, and both legs, and center. To the left, extend, top leg, and bottom leg, and both legs, and center. Place your feet on the floor. Release your arms so you come all the way down. We're going to be doing teaser. If you feel like you need to, go ahead and come to tabletop for teaser. Otherwise, extend your legs all the way down. Arms up to the ceiling, now do sternum 12 grip. Pull down, 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 down. Shoot energy out of your toes. Open your arms to a T, palm up. Exhale, pull the pinky blade edge down as you articulate up. And float your feet up, 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 up for teaser. Now, begin to tuck your tail first. And then begin to lower your feet so that your eyes and your toes stay in line. And your feet and your head should hit at the same time. Hands up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms out to the T. Exhale as you begin to articulate up, 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 up. Now circle the arms away for 1, and 2, and 3, and reverse for 3, and 2, and 1. Now tuck. Keep the eyes in line with the toes, and lower palms up to the ceiling. One more teaser, and then we're going to do hip circles, but we're going to do them on the forearms, just like we did for can-can. Inhale the arms out to the T. Exhale as you shoot energy out of your toes. Begin to float up, 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 up. Now lower the legs and lift. Don't move your upper body when you do this. One more. And tuck. Eyes on with toes. Lower, 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 lower. Bend the knees. Pull the arms back. Showing your forearms. Again, if you cannot achieve this comfortably, you can do hip circles on your back, but we're doing corkscrew too, so you might want to find a stretch. Don't sink in your shoulders, lift it up. Bring both legs to tabletop. Extend your legs. They might not be perfectly up because we don't want to sink, right? We want to find that lift and find that sacrum, right? So both legs are going to move around in a circle one way, and then we're going to go the opposite way. We're not going to lift off our hips here. We're going to keep both hips equal. So our legs are going to rub against each other from side to side. Keep both hips grounded. We're going to go to the right first. Lower the legs, and exhale it back up to center. Inhale to the left, and exhale to bring it back up to center. And inhale to the right, and exhale to the left. And inhale to the left, and exhale to the right. Lift up, 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 up. Can you go a little bit deeper this time without lifting your hips? Squeeze the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. And inhale. and exhale up. Bend the knees in, lower your feet, rest your head against shoulders. Go and separate your feet again. We're gonna do the windshield wiper with the hips down one more time. That seems to be my favorite relaxing stretch today. Okay, go ahead and stop it. We're gonna roll onto our stomachs and press back into a child's pose with our toes together, knees apart. Reach your hands out long, long, long. Now tuck your toes and find that position again. We're gonna be doing some plank work. We're going to inhale, exhale, press ourselves up to a plank. Rotate the inner aspects of your arms so they face the end of the mat. And we're gonna hold it here. Try to drop your hips just a little bit, but don't sway in the back, right? Whew, my hips are too high. Squeeze those glutes. Now, staying on the toes in a Pilates feet position, just like you do for a Pilates plank, we're gonna rock our right hand to the center, and we're gonna rotate to the side plank. I'm still on my toes. I'm gonna bring my arm up to the T. If you're more comfortable, you can hold it here. It takes a lot of underarm strength to do this. Now, if you want to, we can add on for twist one. We're going to begin to thread the needle of the top arm underneath our body, reaching for the opposite hip as we pike at the hips and look underneath the arm that's on the mat. We're going to squeeze our glutes to come forward, rotating back out, bringing our back up to the T. I prefer to stay in the releve or on the toe position for this because I feel as if it's easier. Now rotate, 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 piking at the hips, threading the needle, bring that hand to the opposite hip. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs for stability and come back. And one more. Glutes, inner thighs, lift, 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 don't sink in that hip. And now bring that left hand down. Find that Pilates V plank again. We're holding. Pull the mat apart with your hands. Now walk the left hand into the center. Rotate to the right side, up on the toes. Bring that right arm to the ceiling. Now, as you begin to pike the hips, thread the needle. Bring your hips square to the mat and look through under the left arm and bring that right hand to the left hip. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, and come back to that side plank. Two more. Thread the needle, pike the hips, lift, 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 lift. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs. Find that side plank again. Shoulder over your wrist. One more. Bring it up, 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 up. And come down, 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 down. Bring the hand to the side. Place that right hand down. Walk the left hand back out. Go ahead and find that Pilates V plank. Pull that mat apart. And now let's do 5 tricep push-ups for our 3. 1, 2, and 3. Now bend the knees and find that child's pose. Reach the arms out long. Drop the glutes to the heels. Try to breathe through the back more. Find a nice relaxing resting position here. And we're going to press ourselves up. We're going to do elbow to knee, roll-ups, corkscrew, rollover, and rocking today. So, come on to your booty, knees bent, hold on gently behind your knees, and roll down, 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 down. Guys, we've been working up to elbow to knee this whole class. We are going to do it without yanking our body to the side and pulling that back hip off the mat. We're going to find a nice rotation, just like we did for dead bug, maybe a little bit deeper, but without rocking that hip off, okay? So, one-legged tabletop, other leg to tabletop. Interlace your fingers behind your head, thumbs long down your neck, just like we did for double leg lower lift. Inhale, exhale, curl up. Now rotate to the right and extend the left leg. Inhale through center and exhale to the left, extend the right leg. Inhale and exhale, switch. Inhale, Exhale, switch. Inhale, curl up deeper. Keep that same connection between the ribs and the hips on both sides. Halfway there. Shoot energy out of that foot that's extending away. Here's 6. And 7, curl up deeper. Make your head heavy in your hand. Force your abs to hold your head up. Now come back to center. Rest the head, neck, and shoulders. Rest the feet down. Extend the legs long. We're going to do roll up. It should feel pretty good at this point. Should feel like a nice final articulation. Might be a little hard because we're doing it at the end of class, right? So fingertips up over your sternum 12th rib. Pull those shoulders down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, begin to articulate. Up. Round over the barrel. Biceps by your ears or wherever you can. Don't go past your ears. Inhale, exhale. Roll down. If you have the ability, move your fingertips back to over your nose and keep them there. It'll make the roll harder for you because the load of your arms will be heavier and you won't have the support, the load to assist you with the roll up. Inhale. Shoot energy out of your feet. Exhale, over. Now as you roll back, about here, make sure that you're keeping your fingertips over your nose. If that was fine, bring it back to your forehead. Inhale. Keep them high. About here. Keep them up over your forehead. Pull those shoulders down. Now, can you reach up for the wall of the ceiling, meet behind you? Wherever you find your edges, that's fine. Keep going from there. Now keep the arms up, about where they were before, where the wall and the ceiling meet. If you'd like the final challenge, reach behind you without letting your ribs fall, wherever that may be. Inhale. Exhale over your legs. Inhale to pull back. Biceps are still by your ears. And lower. Platform your arms down by your side. Right leg to tabletop, left leg to tabletop. Ooh, adjust where you need to. Legs up to the ceiling. Platform those shoulder blades long down the side. We are going to do corkscrew 2. That is corkscrew with a tiny little hip lift where you imprint your spine a little bit. Not a shoulder lift, just a hip lift. So we're going to keep our legs glued together as if they're one leg, not like in hip circles. We're going to rock to one hip. Both hips will be down in the center when our legs reach away from us. We'll float to the left hip when our legs are to the left. And when we come back to the center, our hips will be even again. So let's go ahead and float our hips up a little bit. Now rock to the right hip as our legs go to the right side. As our legs go down to the center, both hips will hit. As our leg goes to the left side, our right hip will lift, but 12 ribs are still on. As we come up, so we're going to do a tiny little hip lift. And now go to the left. And down. And to the right hip. And lift. 3 more sets. Don't lift, you guys don't have to lift up real high, right? It's just a tiny little lift. The tiniest little lift, just like dead bug, you're really gonna feel, right? My hips are barely floated off the mat. And down, and to the left hip, platform those shoulders and lift. 1 more, to the left hip, and down, to the right hip, and lift. Bring your hips down, bring your knees and give them a hug. Gently rock from side to side. And we're going to do rollover and rocking. But if those exercises are not kind to your body, please skip them. Otherwise, I'm going to scoot down just a little bit so that my feet don't go out of the camera. All right. I think I'm really tall, right? All right, I'm going to platform my arms down by my side. Keep a nice wide open collarbone. Float my legs up to the air like a post to the ceiling. Turn it out to Pilates feet. I'm going to lower my feet down to working level. From there, I'm going to pike at the hips, articulate over, so my feet are parallel with the mat. I'm going to flex my feet, lower them down, separate them shoulder width apart, and then I'm going to articulate down, down, down. Down, my feet are still separated shoulder width. Bring them down to working level. Point them, bring them together. Pike at the hip, articulate over. Don't swing yourself over. You're controlling this and stopping so your legs are parallel with the mat. Flex your feet, lower them down. Separate them shoulder width. Articulate down, down, down. Really control this. Don't lift your shoulders out. Bring them down to working level. Point them, bring them together. Pike at the hips. Last one in this direction. We're going to reverse for 3. Now flex and lower and separate and articulate down, 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 down. Bring them to working level. Separated and flexed. Now leave them there. Pike at the hips. Separate and flex. Shoulder distance apart. Articulate over to parallel. Bring them to the mat. Point them and bring your legs together and articulate down. Down, 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 down to working level. Separate your feet shoulder distance. Flex them. Pike at the hips. Articulate over so your legs are parallel. Drop your feet and point them. Bring them to center. Articulate down. Working level, last one, best one. Separate, flex. Articulate over, 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 over. Feet to the mat. Point together. And come down, 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 down. Find working level one more time. Hug your knees in. Gently rock from side to side. It's a lot of work. We're going to do rocking. So, I'm going to come onto my stomach. Rocking is not for everyone. You can use this as just a quad stretch if you want. I'm going to find my foot above my ankle with my left hand. I don't want to lift my left shoulder to do that. I'm going to keep my shoulders square. If that's it for you, that's fine. If you just want to stretch there for a minute and then switch. Then I'm going to find my right foot with my right hand. I don't want to let my knees go real wide, right? I want to keep them pretty narrow. Now, from there, I'm going to press my feet into my hands to pull up into a back extension position. I'm going to inhale to lift my body and exhale to come forward. Inhale to lift, exhale to come forward. Inhale, exhale. Bring your knees closer together. And here's one more. Come down, pull your feet into your booty, and go ahead and release. From there, we're going to press back into child's pose. Take a couple nice deep breaths here. I'm going to walk my left hand to the left edge of the mat. From there, I'm going to bring my right hand across to rest on top of my left hand, but I'm not going to move my hips off my heels or my glutes off my heels. I'm going to feel a nice little side bend here. Then I'm going to come back to the center. After a nice deep breath, I'm going to walk my right hand to the right edge of the mat and bring my left hand to rest on top of my right hand, finding a nice stretch down my left side, but not moving my glutes off my heels again. I'm going to come back to the center and go to articulate up, 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 up. From there, I'm going to take a nice big breath. Lift your necklace area to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Exhale back down, nice and wide. Thank you guys for joining me. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.